to do here. All alone now. The splash erase will make this look easy, and that is going to be it. Going away with a pass to the west.
Yeah, really nice stuff there from Supermassive. I will say it was a really solid start. I won't lie, it seemed like a more dominant step than what the scoreboard showed. Another 2-1 in there, but Electros seems a little bit lost at times.
Didn't quite seem to have the synergy that we saw from them yesterday. Just struggling to kind of get into that match slightly. The Daryl was a little bit of a hindrance just in this setup time mainly. And I think for Papara Supermassive, they really valued the high ground from the beginning of most of those rounds. In Raging 6, again, with a Byron who is a support brawler primarily, getting that many kills is really quite commendable. But I think, again, I'm loving the synergy in the way that Papara Supermassive are really looking to play this as a complete unit.
Yeah, it really is nice stuff from them, but, you know, it's only the first set. Still a lot of time for Team Electros to mount something here. And there were moments, you know, looking at these really solid stuff, Tomsy just takes over and dominates. That's the thing. There was a couple of first 2 rounds in that set looked like ones that Electros might have been able to win. But as I said during it, if you can win in situations that you shouldn't be, you're going to be flying in other games.
Didn't really feel like the Brock was doing too much again coming into the match. I completely understand it. It's great for just having those quick open positions, but no, Game was playing it fine, but I just don't think it's that flashier brawler for a second pick idea. I feel like the draft there may have let them down just a little touch. But again, first set, one that they just need to wipe clean going into dueling Beetles. I mean, in a mode like Hot Zone, if you've got a good, solid comp and you're working together, then it's really hard to break that sometimes. It's to be a draft that can be very brutal in that respect also.
Yeah, the question is, are we going to see Team Electros bounce back now? Dueling Beetles is where it's going to have to be done. Because when you get those 2 sets on the board, it starts to get a bit out of hand. And Team Electros, the only hope for North America to make it through this last chance qualifier. So they want to carry on going. Obviously, they've still got a second life. If they do drop down in this game to that lower bracket, they've still got a chance to get
back in 2019. It was Spain LC, Tom, and Cerulean, the Brits, to lift the trophy. 2025, it's Tomsy.
라이벌이 다음인가?
To be the Brits to lift it.
아, 라이벌 패널인데. 근데 패널주다. 이거 이 다음이 나비였던 것 같은데. 나비랑 UPC였나? 아, 이거 채널 가면 볼 수 있구나. 이벤트 채널. 보자. 다음 토템이랑 나비, 그 다음 카사랑 TL, 레버넌트랑 CR. 근데 레버넌트랑 CR 삐까삐까 할 것 같은데, 이 정도면은.
Mina, again, has got to be a must-ban in every single instance. I don't want to see that brawler even through at all. The first pick.
핑크스. CR? 근데 레버넌트가 너무 잘했어. 서젠트가 너무 잘해. 어제 서젠트 미쳤어 그냥.
Get a few more of those percentage points while defending it as well. So I like that as a first, a very versatile one in mind.
I was expecting to see more of Finks yesterday, honestly. There is actually a Finks cosplay in the building. I really hope the cameraman finds that. I commented instead that it was awesome. But there is another dragon coming forward. Draco, again, so dangerous in this kind of meta. Lacks a bit of healing so far, so Team Electros may do that in the second pick, or hold off until the third. But Jae-Young would be the worst of ideas, and it is to be that brawler again, through again, already in
그렇네.
today.
I mean, it's not surprising when you see that berry band out, you kind of look to other supports to be able to support. So, I don't mind that at all. You know, Byron is pulled down the lane, he's got a few shots down the mid, the hyper charge is good, so might be the route that they could have gone.
가제 때문에 좋은 건가?
Gonna add to this Sphinx in just a moment.
모르겠네. 가끔씩 CR이 스킬 쓰는 거 보긴 했는데.
I mean, sometimes Supermassive like to get daring with a Mortis, dare I say. I don't think the comp that they're facing into really warrants it just yet, but things like a Frank could be a nice way to round things off, or maybe even a Bonnie or something along those lines, something long-range. Bonnie's hypercharge, of course, with a stun can do wondrous work, and you can just land, or rather shoot directly beneath a Draco and stun him out with that, so they can go on the aggressive even now with Bonnie in that regard. But let's see, the Byron also not picked up just yet, and they might want to take that just away from Electros here, because that could be something which they're looking to pair. Going with the Barley, very similar idea with the heals. I think they're a very underrated thrower actually in this current meta too, but a map where I think it works well. Now, do Electros get the Byron here maybe?
It's a possibility, but that kind of double healer might be slightly overkill and a little bit squishy just from the force to go after. But Draco could be living the dream in that mid if he just had a Byron and a Jae Young behind him just spamming heals into him. They're getting with the Rust. Obviously had this projectile speed buff, which makes him very solid.
드라쿨 어프시를 많이 쓰던데 이제 4차 계속 돌리니까.
He's become a lot more viable out in the open with that projectile speed buff. So makes him
아까 비연물도 뭐 러프스 드라쿨 쓰더만.